All right, let me know if this works. Is this any better? I restarted the audio device and adjusted the, restarted Streamlabs. Yeah, perfect. It's good now. Okay, perfect. Sorry about that. But hey, it's not a real stream unless it's scuffed, and this one's just scuffing from the beginning. So hopefully we got that out of the way. Maybe it's setting a tone for the future. We'll find out. But thanks for letting me know about the audio issues. Sorry about that. Just as some things, let me know if like the audio is coming through. It's annoying. I have academic sound too, so pick any genre. We can listen to any genre. But yeah, so what I was saying when you couldn't hear me was tonight we're building a frog, Geon's frog, which is super exciting. So if you don't know, I got one of the 30 streamer boards, which is exciting. Oh crap, I forgot to update the build. I knew I forgot something. Let me fix that. We'll write this right now as we're doing this. Hey Appa, how you doing? It's great to see you. Let me just go to dashboard. Perfect. I'm just going to go, sorry about that. Let me go to CloudBot. Let me go to commands and let me adjust the build commands. And as I'm writing this, I'll tell you exactly what we're doing. We're doing a frog TKL with, well, we got switches of your choice. So switches of your choice. They could be hippos, huskies, or I guess hippos or huskies, or I can pull some from another board I've got. They're Gat Yellows, KS3 bottoms, milky tops, unwiped stems with a 2-stage long spring. And actually all of these have 2-stage long springs. Cool, but yeah, this is the silver F13 wind keyless frog. But yeah, so it's been a while since I've streamed. Sorry, it's been like a month. I changed jobs, so it was kind of crazy, and but glad to be back. All that good stuff. And yeah, so the frog arrived yesterday. Came super quickly from Seoul. It was shipped directly from Seoul, South Korea, DHL Express. It was like an afternoon on Monday in South Korea. And it arrived here in Seattle on, yesterday midday. It was insane how quick that was. They are magicians. But let me pull this out and let me move over to the cameras. All right. So opening this up, let's check this out. I have not unboxed this yet. I did take out one PCB, but I haven't unboxed this yet. So actually, before we jump in here, it comes in a box. I posted this to Geon's server's general channel, but it comes in a box with the Geon branded logo on the side, so you know it's going to be good. It's got Swagkeys all over the tape on the outside of the box. So it's one of those packages that when you see it on the doorstep, it builds some excitement. All right, so check this out. Here is the case. It's thicker than normal. Like you can see, it's pretty robust. And comparing it to kind of the standard, this is the Project Keyboard case for Tengu. They've got their, it's pretty dark with all this black. But yeah, you've got the brand name on the zippers and all that good stuff. So Geon's is similar material, similar build, but as you can see, much more substantial. So it's thicker, it's got flaps on the inside. Like this one, it's got the pouch and all that stuff. And then you've got your foam in place for the board here. And then the frogs has this nice little flap here. So you can put stuff in here, maybe a cable if it's got like an aviator connector or something. You don't have to worry about the metal scratching your board and scuffing that up. So I really like seeing this addition here. That's great. That was a nice surprise. And like for a budget in this hobby, for a budget board, like, this is pretty damn nice. If we're getting this for around $300. But so I have been patiently waiting for the stream to open it, and I am very excited. And actually, I'm going to move this guy out of the way so we just get a pure shot. Maybe I could even, do I have pure shot on here? Don't. Sorry, that scene's messed up. So let's go. All right, so what we get these really nice Geon branded, very nice bags. I'm just laughing because very nice plastic bags, but they are nice plastic bags. I mean, they've got this nice matte black on them. So I ordered, one of these is the stock, what I'm imagining gray feet for the board. And then the other I got the brown one because I have GMK Wild coming, and I'm thinking GMK Wild with the brown, like it's just gonna work on the silver. So we'll take a look at these a little bit later, but there's the gray one, and then just taking a look at the brown. Oh, TJ, hey, how you doing? Enjoy the lurking. And then you've got this nice brown. This is the one that's standard on the green, but I figured, you know, going for the GMK Wild on a silver, this is kind of that earth tones, and you know, it's like dirt, it's like tree bark. That works. All right. Then we've also got the, right here, these are the tadpoles. We've got the regular standard ones and then the softer ones. Geon did not send this out to me directly. He gave all of them to Swagkeys, and then basically okay, so I'll back up. So with the streamer board, the way that it worked was we were selected back in April. There was a form that you filled out basically, and you essentially had to apply. And I don't know if it was RNG or he just selected them. But anyway, he alerted it on his site and let people know. Yeah, so I was selected as one of them, which was a surprise because not a big account, like 150 followers. The others are like, you know, Alex Otos and Apiary and, you know, just big streamers. And so that was pretty exciting. And then, so, you know, it's pretty quiet for a while. Frog was delayed. And then late in June, again, invoice on like a Thursday or something like that, to pay for the frog. And so there was a custom link on Swagkeys. You just went there. There wasn't really any verification. I was kind of wondering how that worked because it's not, but I guess maybe there was an email in the form that I forgot about and they verified that way. But yeah. So they shipped it out, you know, they took about a week and a half to ship it, and then it just arrived yesterday. Which tadpole am I going to use? I don't know yet. I don't know. How about we all choose? That could work. All right. So I say, let's just get to the board first. We can look at the plates after, but I want to see this. I'm sure you want to see this. We all want to see this. All right. Should I like move the mic so we can get the ASMR? I'm joking. All right, so let's go. Oh, streamers did not get the PCB included. We could just purchase it with it. All right. Ooh, nice. Look at that. Wasn't expecting this. Oh, and it's Geon branded too. Hey, DZ, what's up? How you doing? Oh, thanks for the follow. All right, you ready? Oh, that's a beauty. Hey, Mello, thank you for the follow. Look at that silver. Let's let that shine and glisten in these lights. Little condensation. This is not a scuff. This is just all right. Geon supremacy. Oh, you got burgundy, DZ? That's awesome. That's gonna, or oh, nice. Got burgundy in. Nice. That's awesome. Since some of the videos. Yeah, it does look good, right? Oh, right. Yeah, you can see behind me there's the blue lighting, and so a little bit's reflecting off that wall, and that's what you're getting with that. And then the color of the lights are they're pretty neutral. They're not too warm today. But yeah, look at that. You got the two-piece weight. So you've got the weight right on the back here, and then if you don't know, I'm sure most of you, all of you know about the frog if you're here. But yeah, so this is the very cool adhesive-less, design for keeping the feet in place. But yeah, let's look at that top quickly. And so you've got the Geon Frog logo right in the middle, so you can see it. There we go. It makes a frog, but it's also, there we go. But it's also in the same style as Geon's logo. Super cool. And then you've got this 2-piece brass weight here. And yeah, the colors look like it's the same color, but it looks a little bit different just because the angles. Because basically this is at a downward sloping angle compared to this top weight. So you see the light bouncing off of it a little bit differently. But like when I look right here, they're the same color. Yeah, the silver is very shiny. This is my first silver board. This is my first, all right, so it's a lot of firsts right here. First silver board, first 10 keyless board, first win keyless board. So it's a lot of firsts. First Geon board too, which was probably apparent because I said first 10 keyless board. Yeah, black was a really nice color. I know, it's my first ever Wickle Tickle. Emily was very disturbed. Emily, my wife, was very disturbed when I mentioned that. I'm like, I just bought a Wickle Tickle. She's like, please never say that again. Please don't. And I'm sure many of you are thinking, please, Peter, never say that again. All right, well, this is the frog. I mean, as you can see, like, you know, like other things, there's no engraving here. You've got just really nice machining. It's not too complex, but it's really nice. Oh, am I freezing? Okay, cool. I just froze for a second. I'm back. But yeah, you've got this nice little cut right here, which is just, it's subtle, but it's smooth. And yeah. Oh, the ME keyboard by Matrix. Well, that's something to do with this stream because I just got a surprise expense today, thanks to Matrix. But yeah, so yeah, let's check this guy out. Oh yeah, but the ME is looking good. Oh yeah, I did get a McFluffy. That was a surprise win. So that's going to be my first Matrix board. So it's all, I guess, you know, when it rains, it pours. We've got TKLs coming in. That's going to be a Chinese win keyless, which I'm kind of confused on the name because it's very much not win keyless. Like the win key is right there. So for those of you who don't know, basically the same situation I was in about 8 hours ago. The Chinese win keyless is, it has like 3 1.25s on either side and a 6.25 space bar in the middle. But then you might get like a space bar, the 6.25 space bar in the middle, and then a 1.25 on either side, a blocker, and then 2 1.25s. Or there's the other one where it's one on the outside blocker, then 2, then the space bar. So it's a little funny. There are only 15 of them, so it's the uncommon one. But I gotta say, like, I looked at like, why don't more boards have this? This makes sense. You get the win key and you get the blocker aesthetic. And I heard some people are like, it's not that symmetrical. Like, they like the symmetry of this, which admittedly is the best symmetry. But that's a close second, I think, where you have the two. So I'm kind of excited about that. And yeah, I'm with you, TJ. It's like I'm definitely mapping this Alt to a Windows key because I use the Windows key a lot more than Alt. I think, like, full disclosure, I did work for Windows, so like I know the commands pretty well, but I do think like it's good if you're on Windows. It's a useful key. But anyway, getting back to the frog and taking a sip. Oh yeah, and let me know if you got music preferences or anything like that. This is one of the first streams where I'm using Epidemic Sound, and it's just kind of fun that you can like click anything and I don't have to worry about licensing or part of the stream going quiet or, you know, things like that, which is good on the video on demand. All right, so let's check out the rest of what's in the case. Oh, lightly structured. Thank you for subscribing. Are you watching in the other room? Nice. Oh, well, now you got to use the emotes. For those of you who don't know, lightly structured is my wife. Jihan, thank you for the follow. And beautiful board. It is amazing to see this in person now after seeing all the photos, like the 2-piece weight, the little frog icon and all that, the way the frog script is and the way it's engraved right there. And it's just super cool. I'm pumped. I can't wait to do this build. All right, so let's see what we got in the cases. And I did cheat a little bit. I pulled out one of the PCBs last night and I did put stabs on it because no one wants to watch someone just loop stabs for like 40 minutes. Oh yeah, you gotta have the Aldo and Kenji emotes. So yeah, so we have Aldo and Kenji emotes, which people are using in the chat. I have 2 Huskies for those of you who don't know me. They are insane. They will probably run through here at some point. And yeah, they're hectic. And so one of the emotes on Discord you might see is Kenji Chaos, where he's like in this big cloud of ripped up cables and like parts. That's basically how he is. All right, so here's the PCB. This will be the spare PCB because we've got the other one, which I did test too, so it's all good. Of course it's good. And then, yeah, it's got this really nice matte black, simple solder board. Also simple on the back, but just, sorry, on the front, I'm mixing them up. But just super clean. It's really nice. And another thing, a TKL PCB in stock, amazing, because these are not easy to find these days. All right, let's see. I know, Emily, yeah, you had to wait too. It was tough. It was tough to have this in the house and not open it. All right, let's see this plate. So I have an aluminum plate and an FR4 plate. Oh, look at this branding. This is just clean. I mean, like, some of you know I'm a marketer, so you know, you think about these things a lot. You look at this and it's just a clean experience because it's like a premium feel, but I mean, not premium price. That's what you're getting. So nice folded paper with the Geon sticker logo. I want to see if I can slide this out and just keep that nice. Perfect. So here's the, oh, is this the aluminum one? Wow, it's so light. That's crazy. So yeah, here is the plate. And yeah, let me hold it over the white part so you can actually see this and it doesn't disappear. Yeah, note to self, don't use a black mat for this. So you can see all of these flex cutouts and it's really smooth. And you've got this nice kind of V coming right here, down here, down here. And so what I'm imagining is that it'll make for a really consistent feel across the board, but give good flex as well. And then you can also see where there's the Tadpole Mount. You've got all these little cutouts, which will allow a little bit more flex. And, you know, as I'm just holding it right here, like it likes to move a little bit. So I can imagine that this is going to be a nice, softer feel on combined with the classic top mount, which would be awesome. Oh yeah, the Tadpole Mount. This is, I mean, yeah, so the Tadpole Mount is crazy interesting. This is one of the coolest parts about this. And so when we pulled this out, you saw we had these little bags. Let me move this up and hope that maybe my camera will autofocus. There you go. So they're just these little like, well, tadpole nub things basically that you put it through the plate and you just kind of rest it on the bottom. And I saw Black Simon basically like arrange it and then just you press down. And then instead of using screws, that's how it's done. Hey, Zhongzuang, thanks for the follow. Thanks so much. But yeah, so it means that you don't need screws to hold the plate in because you're using, well, you don't need metal screws. You need these screw replacement tadpoles, which is awesome. All right. So I guess, oh wait, we got one more thing. We got the FR4 plate. Sorry, it's been like a month since I've streamed, so I'm like getting back into it. Changing jobs, all that crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. That's why I haven't been on lately. Oh, am I freezing? Okay, cool. I'm not freezing. Nice. I'm sorry, TJ. It may be your internet. But ooh, I love it when they've got this masking right here. So you've got Frog FR4 plates designed by Glare and Gondo. There it is. I was hoping for it. I thought it was on here somewhere. Can you see that? I love Frog Daddy. Right there. It's the details that count. It's the details that matter. So this is looking good. As you can see, it's FR4. So it's going to be a little bit more flexible by nature than the aluminum. And so you don't have as many flex cuts. You'll still there's still a number of flex cuts up here. And especially, you know, where it goes beyond the 60% size. But you also are just having more of a traditional top mount with this plate. I mean, well, the mount's always traditional. It's not traditional because it's tadpole, but it's consistent across these. But On the plate, you don't have those flex cuts that are kind of almost leaf spring-like. Yes, this does have a 7U space. At least I really hope so, because I prepped a 7U space. No, it does. What do I daily drive? It rotates. So lately, I made fun of it for so long, and I said it wasn't for me, and it was he that, like, all these things, but I'm starting to really like split backspace. So I've just been daily driving the Rama M65B, which I got to be honest, like I did not like that much when I first got it. I had the rubber dampener in it and all that. It wasn't hitting. It didn't quite feel right. But then a couple months after I got this, or somewhat while after I got this, the brass weight came in that I ordered a while ago during the U80 group buy. And it totally changed the board. So it's now got a lot more heft. It's a lot more sturdy feeling. Like it feels as heavy as it looks, which is good. And then the sound and kind of tone adjusted as well. And it just became a more substantial board and kind of enjoyable to type on. So this just has alpacas. Alpacas on brass. So bold move, I guess, for linear people for the most part. But I really like it. And I'm starting to realize I like brass plates a little bit. And I didn't think I would, but I don't know. Sometimes a stiff board's great. But yeah, so that's been in the rotation about 2 weeks. So it's been pretty long. Normally I switch like every couple days, every week or something like that. I mean, when you collect boards, it's fun to rotate. All right, so we've checked all these out. And I think I'm gonna build with the aluminum plate. Aluminum is one of my favorite plate materials. I'm not the biggest fan of FR4, I haven't liked it as much as some others, so I'll stick with that. If that works for all of you. All right, so now is the time, I guess, that we do stabilizers. So let's prep these stabilizers. Perfect, they're prepped, we're done. You may notice I am gonna break some keyboard laws here, and I'm gonna maybe upset a few of you, but I'm sorry, it's custom keyboards, it's about making them custom. I'm gonna split right shift on a TKL. I know it's wrong, I know it's so wrong, but I really like having that function key there, and I wanna keep it consistent across boards. So apologies in advance. I know, it's so wrong, but I'm gonna do it. And, it's just preference. I don't know. I know, stab's already done. I did them last night. So I'll tell you how I did them, I guess. I straightened the stabilizer wires and then realized that it's a pain in the ass and then just cherry picked them and then tried to straighten those a little bit. So these are the best black stabilizer wires in the collection. These are C3 stabs, and I picked green because, well, it's frog. So you got to go with the green. So yeah, I was tempted to do split backspace. So I left this on here because I'm like, all right, I'll leave backspace, but I was really tempted to do split backspace on this too. But I figured splitting, I'll probably desolder and do it. We'll see. I'm still moving over. But yeah, so there's C3 stabs. These are in the green, of course, because this is frog. And so there is no more appropriate color than that. They're done with 205 grade 0 on the housing. And then I did the dielectric grease tube dip basically with the end of the wires. And that's how I do all the stabilizers. They generally work out pretty well. Excuse me. And then the couple times that I've had ticking, it's like, if you have a lube syringe or something else like that, perfectly good and you're good to go. All right, so we've got the plate here. So next step will be, we're gonna put the switches in the plate, which means we gotta choose the switches. And I'm just gonna move things over. So let me bring out the choices. So I mentioned earlier, I've got 3 choices. I have more of these switches. They're just in a plate, so I'll have to pull them from a plate to get them. I was just testing them out to see kind of how they felt. But these are heavily, like super buttery, Gateron yellows with the KS3 like full nylon bottom, milky yellow top, which I believe is nylon as well, just a little bit different. And then there is the Umwipe 3.1 stem in here with 2-stage long spring. These are pretty good. They're a little bit more buttery than I like, but you know, sometimes it's fun to like switch it up because normally I'm 3204. But those have 205 grade 0, a thin amount applied to both the housing and the stem, so you know it's going to be solid. And then here are these switches I'm really curious about. These are Hippos. I prepped them with 205 grade 0 as well, but just on the... Oh, no, wait, these are 3204, sorry. These are 3204 on the stem and the housing. 2-stage long springs as well, and then Deskey film. So these should be pretty good. Also an Umwipe stem on those guys. And then... yeah, you can't accept that stabilizer's already done. I know, I planned it because I hate switch. Like I wear gloves when I do stabilizers. I hate using dielectric grease in a way because like you get it on things and it's just sticky. And then if you spend all that time lubing stabilizers, like you have a little bit on your hand, you put brand new keycaps on a board and then there's a little bit of lube on the keycaps and you like have phantom feelings. It's a mess. So I figured do that later. Hey Sam, what's up? Yeah, and then these are the Husky Switches, which are pretty new. They just went on sale from Kinetic Labs. I love how they look. They've got a longer pull, so they're going to have a little bit of a different tone, kind of like Holy Pandas and Tactiles have a longer pull, so longer, you know, interesting tone. These are cool switches. Not the biggest fan of the QC on them, though. I got to say, I heard it was fine, but I don't believe it. But like some of the housing had injection molding that wasn't, do I have this anywhere, that wasn't totally like finished. So yeah, I saved some. Can you see this? Let me see. Come on. My autofocus is fighting me. There's like so many sharp things that it can look at in the corners that it's whatever. The bottom line is the housing, like it wasn't completely injection molded right there. I don't want to like manually focus because then, oh, there we go. Yeah, so you can see right here, like it wasn't finished and like some of the housing is incomplete. And then on the bottom of the housing, like there were little flakes of plastic, like very thin. So like the injection molding had a little bit that came off and just kind of like wispy stuff. But the problem was it was inside the rails. And so if you put the stem in and like it's in the rails, you're going to like smush these little plastic bits in and that's going to cause not smoothness and things like that. So because of that, yeah, I spent a lot of time with like tweezers, like picking all these things out and it was a lot slower. But these are all clean now. They're great. They're lubed well. And so same thing, two-stage long springs, but they came with those springs as stock. But I did those with 105. I've got Deskey film in these and also, oh, they have their own stems. Yeah, so they're Husky Switches. C3 stabs are screwing, correct. So cool. What do you guys want? I could do a poll or we can just tell me. I'm kind of leaning, I could do hippos or huskies, either one. Frog and a husky, frog and a hippo. I mean, hippos and frogs, they both hang out in water. They both breathe air. That's relevant. Hippo? All right, let's do it. Yeah, okay, I'm liking hippo too. I'm more confident in the Hippo Switches and I'm soldering this. Whereas the board that's getting what I don't choose for this, which is the Sunsetter, which I was hoping to build before this, but I just like didn't get the chance. That'll take the Huskies and that is mil-maxed and also has stabilizers already on it. So that'll be easier to switch. All right, so let's move this. Let's get this in. Yeah, hippos are total crackheads. Isn't there some stat like the animal that's most deadly in Africa or like that kills the most people is a hippo? Ooh, hyperglides are something I still got to try. I saw there was that sale for ultra glides, which looked pretty interesting. Oh, you know what? Let me switch over the desk mat because I'm going to switch over to my soldering setup quickly. I keep a different soldering mat just so, you know, like if I put food down on my normal one, there's not like lead residue and stuff like that. I'm getting older. I got to keep the IQ points I have. All right. That purple's nice. I like that. That works well. And it works well with the background. Perfect. More people die getting hit on the head with coconut. I believe it. I mean, think about... It's probably a lot more common to be under a coconut that is imminently about to succumb to gravity. All right, so I'm just going to get the corners and work my way inwards. So I'm tempted to put the outsides in, or the corners in before. Pressing down too much just so I don't bend the outside tabs. 100+ people dying from a coconut falling on their head. That's, I mean, it's non-trivial. That's 100 people with lives and things like that a coconut ended, which is, I mean, I guess a good reminder, you know, live life to the fullest, because you could be on vacation, relaxing, having a nice bevy, and a coconut falls on you. Also, surprise discussion. Did not expect to talk about death by coconut on a stream, but hey, anything can happen when we're live. Now, I still don't have a methodical order to putting switches in plates and PCBs, so it's just kind of like I feel which one wants the switch next and just choose it. But yeah, so this plate, I gotta say, like, it feels perfect. The amount of pressure needed to put the switch in is like, I know it's like cheesy to just say perfect, but it really is. It's like there's enough there that you're putting some pressure in, but it's not enough that I'm like putting any strain on my knuckles or anything like that. Like I have a bad knuckle right here, and so if I'm pushing a lot or opening switches and stuff, it can get kind of aggravated. So this is greatly appreciated. Again, referencing the I'm getting up there in age, talking about my aching joints. No, that was my first and luckily only motorcycle accident. And the bike was parked and I was standing on my 2 feet. I was an idiot checking the tire pressure. And, you know, like you're used to a bicycle or something, you like press on the tire to see if it works. And of course, I press on the tire. I put too much pressure on because motorcycle tires don't bend when you do that. I don't even know why I was doing that. And my thumb just bent backwards. And now, like 4 years later, it still hurts at times. But yeah, you know what? If that's the only motorcycle injury, I'll take it. That's fair. That's a lot better than other options. I like that first sentence, and they make no sense, even to an Indian like me. The story started off with a coconut hitting someone on the head. Did it kill them, or did it like knock them into a trance in like an altered state and begin a plot device that way? I'm sorry, I'm doing it. Ooh, split right shift. Wait, that's not where it goes. It's true. Well, I believe it's true, but like, what happened? You're building a suspense now. Gave them short-term memory loss. Okay, so a good plot device. Speaking of movies, by the way, the week that Hackers is available on Amazon Prime and we can do a watch party, we're doing a watch party for Hackers. The greatest film of all time. And it hit him real good. All right, that's win keyless. And then which one does that go in? I'll double check this before soldering, of course. Oh yeah, one of the rules about owning Huskies is if it exists, there is a Husky hair on it. So I want to get that before I like press it into the PCB. I have heard that there is a lot of dancing in Bollywood movies. That, well, dancing is a big part, but that's fun. Like, dancing's a good time. So the question is for the YouTube review and the YouTube video I'm doing, and I got some equipment for this. I'm excited. Like, so we're having fun. We're doing a stream tonight. This is going to be like a normal stream and all that, but I want to put some effort into this. And not that I'm not putting effort in here, but like, I'm going to try some new things with this YouTube video, and I'm pretty excited. I was doing some tests. I've had a handheld gimbal, like a big one for this camera up here. I guess it also works with this one, but especially works with this one. And so I've got the gimbal. I'm going to get some good kind of B-roll shots of that, maybe some close-ups, throw the macro lens on it. And then on Amazon Prime Day, they had a camera slider. And so I picked up one of those. So I'm going to get some really good, smooth panning shots, like low depth of field, you know, and then, so you can expect a probably like 5 to 10 minute frog review video that I'll post. Well, in-laws are in town this week, so maybe not this week, but hopefully very soon. I'll be able to post that, and then wait. Oh, I'm getting confused. Yeah, because it's F13. Actually, I'm gonna pull up. Let me pull up the layout. Oh, I don't even have a keyboard plugged in. Get one of my. I have a couple keyboards that I use just for, you know, when you're soldering and stuff like that. Like the Bakken Echo is a great one for that. This KVD 67 Lite, another great one. That you're not too worried if like solder gets on it, it gets scratched or anything like that. All right, so we're looking up. I just want to make sure to get these F13 ones correct because, again, first TKL, I don't even have a 75%, so I haven't had the F12 to F13 layouts. I just want to make sure I get this right. Okay, perfect. Good. So yeah, let me show you what I'm looking at right now. So basically, here are the layout options for the Frog TKL. So right now, we're doing the solderable one, so it's the one at the top. But it is an F13 board, so it's going to have that F13 layout. So if you are unaware of F13, that just means that there's this extra F13. So you can see that there are more F-row keys here than here. So this is traditional. This is less traditional, but this is the best artisan spot, facts. And then, yeah, and then here's the layout. And then you can see I'm doing the split right shifts. Those are the PCBs. Yeah, like these are the different PCBs. But yeah, so I'm using the solderable PCB, but I'm doing the F13 layout. Yes, this is from the interest check, this image that I pulled. So it's showing all the, I guess, what will be available. But right now, correct. There were only two. There was, if you wanted F13, there were no hot swap options. But if you got the Win key, saying a lot because I'm like doing two things at once. If you got the Win key, then that was hot swap if you wanted it. Oh, right. That's 4. Perfect. Sorry, messing up TKL things. Oh, you're trying for Black Wind Key F12. Nice. That would have been a good one, but there will be many more chances, which is great. Yeah, hot swaps are nice. I like them. Like I'll mil-max a lot of boards that I have But sometimes, you know, sometimes you just want to do a straight solder build, and that's kind of how I'm feeling with this one. The other thing is I'm out of Mil-Max, and now I started liking the 3305s, which best Mil-Max, but also seriously the most expensive. Oh, okay. Sorry, if you saw me, I keep like checking something. It looks like there's a Husky hair or an Aldo hair on there, and but it's just the plate has a little notch cut out, and then it reflects the light the same color as Husky hair. So since I'm used to seeing it everywhere. Oh yeah, you got the soldering iron, nice. No, that's not right. Sorry. All right. Oh, geez, I forgot to switch it back. Sorry about that. There we go. That looks like it's correct. Perfect, just like what we saw. All right. Sorry about leaving that up there for that long. Sometimes you are doing like 4 different things when you're streaming, trying to talk, trying to read chat, and then you forget little things like changing your scene. Lightning, thank you for the raid. Oh man, big time. How you guys doing? How you doing? All right, so I see the viewership went up by a large percentage. So let's recap what's going on. So right now we are building the Frog TKL. We've got the F13 Wind Keyless Edition right here. We have chosen to use hippos. So we've got the Hippo Switches. We're just putting them in now. I did the stabilizers before this stream because no one wants to watch that. So those have been done. And yeah, so basically we've got, you know, they've got the unwiped stem in them. They're the classic hippos, but I put 2-stage long springs in there and lubed them with 3204. And also I'm going to have to catch up on a lot of thank you for follows. So give me, I will catch up in a second. Thank you so much for all the follows, by the way, everyone. So yeah, so that is that. But since you guys missed the good shots earlier, let me show you what the case looks like. All right, here it is. Look at that. So this is the silver F13 Frog 10 keyless keyboard by Geon. And so right there, what's super noticeable right away is you've got the 2-piece weight. You've got that brass weight right there where it's, you've got that lower piece and then the upper piece. So this is a separate piece from this. And, you know, the colors are a little different right now because this goes at an angle down, whereas this is kind of flat. So relative to each other, they're at different angles. And so that just reflects the light a little bit differently. Nice side profile with this nice little cutout right here. And then, ooh, look at that back with that nice frog weight. So you've got that nice cursive, and then here we go with the feet go right here. We showed them off, they're over here. We'll bring them back later. I got the browns as an extra one. These come with the silver ones normally. But yeah, so then they just fit right there, no adhesive, and that's great because you can see the screw holes are in here. And so if the screw holes are hidden by the bump-ons or the feet, you know, an adhesive is a pain because then it gets stuck and all that. No one wants that. And so with this, it's a really innovative design where it's just kind of friction fit in here. And yeah, it's just friction fit. And then basically it holds it in place. And then if you need to remove it, take the case apart, you pull that back, unscrew it, put it back, all good to go. All right, yeah, they're awesome. Lightning, yeah, so thank you so much for the raid. I hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a fun build. Was it good? I assume it was good. It's gotta be awesome. But yeah, let me run through this list for a second. So let's see. Lightning, thank you for the raid. Gambit, thank you for the follow. Salty Nutted, thank you for the follow. Lana Likes Thick, thank you as well. And Lightning also thanks for the follow. Teehee Types, nice name, thank you. Mick Balls, thank you for the follow. Aperture, thank you for the follow. Draxter, thanks. River Ratty 87, Happy Tailwag, Rail 3798, thank you so much. Yeah, this is a fun night. We got a party in here. But yeah, so this is the frog. Oh, hey, Strolls, thanks for the follow again. Oh, last part, I'll show you. Last part. Look at that little frog logo. Look at him hanging out there. I love that. So it's like Geon's logo style, but it makes that really nice frog right there. Obsidian Raid 1, thanks. Thank you for the follow. Oh, and then this little down here, this, oh, sorry, I'm getting like orientation messed up. These little machining marks, this little step machining, it's kind of cool. I like it. I don't know if it's an acoustic property or just it makes sense from a machining standpoint, but super cool. Oh, an Obsidian Raid. Thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate the Prime subscription. Thank you so much. And please enjoy your Aldo and Kenji emotes and everything else. All right, I need a beverage. Sip of something. Oh yeah, so tonight, switch it up. I've got a sour beer. So this is, what's it called? It's Space Yacht, something like that. It's from Urban Family Brewing. It's a nice sour with some like coconut stuff in it. Oh, to which, thank you for the, thank you for redeeming Hydrate with Alcohol. Yeah, Raging, it's a party in here. We got some people. All right, so where were we? I'm gonna have a sip of actual water though. Hey, One Way Theory, thanks for the follow. All right, so thank you all for bringing in all the commotion. And so now we'll get back to this. And so basically what we have next, we're throwing these hippos in here. The stabilizers are done. Yes, I've apologized profusely for doing split right shift on a TKL. I know it's wrong, but if it's wrong, I don't want to be right because I just really like having that function key right there. I use it a lot for media controls, and like I've got media on WASD, and it's just, I've got a few macros programmed there. And so I like to keep it consistent across boards. So that is my excuse, and it's custom keyboards. So I'm gonna make it custom. Sumiko, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, I hope everyone's, well, Wednesday evening, I assume for most, maybe some other time for people across the world. So I'm based in Seattle, so it is definitely evening for me at 9:30. Although still a little bit light out. We're pretty north, so it gets bright real early and gets dark real late here. Yep. It's a little bent pin. And as I was saying before, the raid, this plate is nice. It's so smooth. The way that like the switches just click in, and there's enough force where, you know, it's sturdy. You feel it sturdy, but they're just so smooth in how they go in. It's great. Oh, you did? You joined? Oh, you joined like right when it happened, or like a couple minutes after. But I hope the gaming was good. What were you playing? Oh, Dr. Mantis Toboggans. You're in Seattle as well. Awesome, or close to it. Nice. I hope you were okay last week. That was a doozy. The heat. Our house, we live in a brick house, and it is not air conditioned, and so in sustained days of heat, brick houses become little ovens. So that was not great. I did not like that. Would you mind if I also got hippos for frog? Not at all. Feel free. We're gonna find. Well, let's find out if they're good. Because, you know, what if we don't like the hippos? I'm sure they're good. They feel pretty good. You know, you can get a sense. Sounds pretty good. Oh, you got an AC unit though. That's good. I ordered one from, you know, like the Rush. I think on like Monday. I'm like, fine. I'm gonna order one for the next time. And then picked up one of those, but they still haven't shipped it. I'm sure I'm like person number 400,062 or something like that in line for them. Hey, Rikami, how you doing? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well this fine evening. I don't know if I got the sticker. I did get the Husky sticker. It's right behind me. I should pull that out in a second. Speaking of Husky, I see here Kenji behind me. Ooh, I don't have a switch command. I should have a switch command. Let me tell you what they are then. These are Hippo switches, so they're Gaterons. I think it's a nylon housing mostly, and they've got the, here, I'll just hold this up. It's a lot easier. And they've got the unwiped stem, and it's stock from Gateron, so I didn't have to add those. So they're pretty cool. I lubed them with 3204. I've got lube on the stem and the housing on the rails and all that. 105 on the springs. And then, yeah, Deskey film. And I've got a 2-stage long springs by Kinetic Lab. No, not Kinetic Labs. Flashquark in there. Oh, hey, I'm Panda. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the subscription. Oh, you get your frog tomorrow. A frog kiss? Did Black Simon kiss the frog or did he lick the frog? What was that? What was that ordeal? Yeah, I'm curious about these hippos. I put them together. I put together a couple switches like in preparation for this build. I've been, obviously, as you can imagine, I've been pretty excited about this. Uh-oh, I told you about a Kenji. There he is. Oh, got an Aldo too. Oh, thanks. And an Emily. Hey. So if you're wondering who Lightly Structured was in earlier in the chat, there she is. Or there she is. No worries. If you need a kiss from a 40-year-old man, I'd be happy to. Nice. Geon provides for the community in more ways than one. Yeah, I'm also curious about this too, because the unwiped stems, before, I think it was the 3.1 rev, at least on the, the ones that you can get from 415 keys, the Invir, however that's pronounced. Those are pretty loose, and they fixed those. And yeah, I haven't tried these on a board, so I'm kind of curious. But you know what? We'll save the suspense for later. Chat getting wild. That's how it should be. This is relaxing. All right, I think doing stabilizers before is going to be my new thing, because this is just so much more relaxing. Not worrying about like dealing with that. Gonna calmly pull out the soldering iron. We're gonna get ready in case we got the bird gun nearby just in case there's a mistake. We're ready to go. Yeah, stabs before is the move. I'm doing it forever now. That's it. And actually with Sunsetter, which is coming up, I should have built it like 4 weeks ago. But I've got Sunsetter in a box next to me. That PCB is ready with Milmax and stabilizers ready to go. So that's going to be a fast one. But I've also got I've got a palm plate and a brass plate for that one. So I'm curious, since it's Milmaxed, I might do a stream where I just try both and test them out. Yeah, I'm excited about that Sunsetter. I'm really excited about that board. And I'm just, with starting a new job and all that stuff, I've just had to like kind of take a step back from streaming a little bit, or regularly. So I've been saving that one for building on stream, but I'm excited about it. I've got GMK white on black ready for it. It's a black Sunsetter. That's going to be good. Oh, I guess which brings me to the question. We got to figure out what keycaps we want on this one. I've got, so the options, I've got GMK laser synthwave, so the not normal laser, but the alternate color. I've got GMK Mizu, or Mizu, sorry. GMK Mizu, and then I've also got GMK Copper, Gak Bao, or I could steal white on black, but I think I want to leave. Sunsetter's a black keyboard, so that's going to look really good. All right, let me just get a spacebar quickly and make sure that I'm not messing this up. I could probably like think through which one's the right one, or I can just put a spacebar on and be 100% sure. Let me see the outside one. I didn't test the stabilizer, so while I'm here. Yeah, it's solid. All right. You know, these hippos kind of match the desk mat in the KVD 67 pretty well. Oh, I didn't even realize I grabbed the matching desk mat with this key set. That was unintentional, but it works out. All right, so I guess let's get soldering. I'm just going to double check to make sure that these are all in pretty well. Well, better than pretty well. All in completely. There was an alto here. There it is. Perfect. All right. Live in the mood a little bit. All right, let me, I'm just setting up the solder stuff, sorry. All right, so I think you should still be able to hear me, and I'm hoping that my microphone is cutting this out enough. It normally is pretty good at that, so let's hope it continues to be. Oh, TJ, thanks for stopping by. Cool, have a good night rest. Hopefully that those fireworks don't get you. All right, so let's get this solder going. Been doing so many Milmax builds and like soldering Milmax. It's nice to finally solder switches again. And apologies in advance for my bald spot. Can't forget your eye protection. So as I mentioned before on the stream, this is actually my first TKL and first win keyless board if you don't count Alice. So this is some exciting first Geon board. So I am super pumped to try this one out. And like, can you really call yourself a keyboard hobbyist if you don't have a TKL? This is a question I wondered. And now I'm not biased in the answer, or am I? Finally, yeah, I know. Oh, it was your router? Okay, I didn't want to like say something, but those speeds were consistent, and that kind of means that the bottleneck is in the network. Looking at the number of switches on here, it's like, oh wow, this is so much more daunting than a 65%. Not daunting in like, oh, I'm scared of the soldering, but like, it's a lot of switches. It was the same when I built Emily's Wrecked. It's like, I have to loop how many switches? 99? What? Oh yeah, so the switches HKF are Hippos. And I guess, and we picked the aluminum plate. What do I think of the Mi SE? I didn't really know much about it until I checked it out today. I know that the interest check hit in May, I think it was. It looks pretty nice. I just won my first Matrix board ever today, so it's the day of TKLs apparently. So I'm really excited to see what they're about. Everyone I know who uses the boards just speaks so positively of it. Yo, Kimchi Chody boy, what's up? How you doing? By the way, great build last night. That was a fun stream. Also, yeah, that was fun. I wish I didn't have a 7:30 a.m. meeting this morning because I would have like drank along with you. That was a good time. Yeah, I did. I won the Xmas ADD 2.0 Snowy or the McFlurry edition. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I've heard that the build process is a bit of a challenge, so I'm kind of excited about that. I like challenging builds. Like, it's kind of fun. You know, it's a little tougher on stream when you're trying to do a couple things at once, but you know, if you've got some quiet time, it's cool to take time to do things like that. Like the Vega build was kind of funny. It had a few extra steps, but I thought that made it fun. I mean, simple boards are awesome to build, obviously, and like the design of simple boards in a way is a lot tougher to get everything to be done really well but simply. And that's like the elegance of design. And not to say that, you know, complicated ones aren't elegant, but, well, I mean, maybe elegant, you know, because elegance is a specific kind of phrase. It's not just generally good, it means something. But yeah, like the busy designs are also awesome. But yeah, there's an elegance to the simplicity of certain designs. As I'm sure all of you agree with, that's a very non-controversial statement. Does Frog have any flex? Yeah, or, you know, there aren't flex cutouts in the PCB, but, I mean, look at that. Or it's a little tougher to see right now because of, but there are a ton of flex cuts. There's like flex cuts everywhere here. This is picking up some weight. All right, is it just me, or is there like a perception that you could kind of tell, like a weight difference in before and after soldering? Like, you know, you're only putting a very small amount on each switch, but, you know, it adds up. Kind of like if you're doing a switch tester in your, or like a switch breaker inner machine, you know, one of those machines that breaks in switches. You know, you multiply the amount of force. So like a 62 gram spring times 100 is 6.2 kilograms. That's a lot of force. That's math, right? I did that right. Right? I did get both sets of tadpoles, yeah. And I really got to double check and look up again which color's which. I'm sure I can probably feel when because it's a softness or hardness difference. I'm sure it'll be apparent when you like physically feel them. But yeah, I've got no preference because I don't know what each one would feel like relative. You know, I know one's relatively softer than the other, but beyond that, I got no clue. So whatever the chat would like, we will do. Yeah. Yeah, Raging, I agree with you. Start with the ADA. All right, cool. I'll check that out. Thanks. Yeah, your build sounded and looked good. I was digging it. It was kind of funny to like to listen as you were acclimating to the new sound of the board, comparing it to the F1. It was like, I don't know. It's like, no, wait, the more I use it, oh yeah, this is getting good. It sounded great. I'm really looking forward to seeing kind of how you build up the different, like as you were talking about how you've done so many different builds on the F1, but this is the first build on the Frog, and you're curious to see more builds. I'm also curious to see your other builds. So yeah, as I'm continuing to solder, any good group buys anyone joined or excited about coming up, either boards or caps? Oh yeah, there's also the Archetype Raffle that's going on right now with Great Wave collaboration. That looks pretty good. Oh, that reminds me. I should reach out to Archetype about a November Fog collaboration. That would be certainly pretty cool. Oh, Kimchi Jody Boy, did I tell you that I think I figured out the Con 1 and how to build it and get rid of this, like, fix the sound? It was this crazy, like, modification where I basically got this kind of pour-on tape and tape along the bottom where the bottom mount plate meets the case. But it fixed it. It fixed it perfectly, and it allows, like, the resonance of the case to really come through. And you don't get any of that weird rattling sound, and it also, like, softened the like bottom mount super stiff copper plate feel a little bit, which is great. So it's oddly enough, it's one of my favorite boards to type on right now when, you know, because you think about a simple bottom mount plate with no cuts or anything like that. It's not going to be great, but it was pretty good. So yeah, watching your stream was super helpful for kind of thinking about that, because you really dug into the Con 1 and really, like, you know, we're thinking aloud about the experience, which was great to see. So thanks. My board's better because of it. So yeah, so I've taken I wasn't streaming for the past month that much, or really like the past 2 months. It was just the job switch thing took a lot out. But I do have some exciting upcoming board builds in the next couple, well, I guess next couple of months. We've got the Matrix that was just added today. So that's coming up. I've got a Switch Couture Radiant Discipline, which should be a fun build for a lot of through-hole. I've got the Semo TKL, which should arrive. I believe I'll be paying for that next week. And then, yeah, there are other ones down the road, like we got the U80, whenever the Brahma ships that, which could be 2022 with how long their group buys take. I've got Nemoi, and a couple of others, and I'm sure a few will pop in here or there. And actually, really excitingly, we've got a TGR Alice build coming up. You can't tell, but right there is a TGR Alice. And so my friend, he is the one who is the owner of that board. And he got it a couple years back, but it's interestingly enough, it is the exact same board that Teha Types built on stream and then recorded for the Alice recording on the, if you know that Keyboard Sounds LP, which I have over there I could bring down. So it's that specific exact Alice build plate, plate and PCB combo. But unfortunately, something happened to the PCB and it failed, so I am going to desolder it and then rebuild it for him and Milmax it. And we're going to do the new 3305 sockets. And yeah, we're just going to try out a carbon fiber plate. We'll try out an FR4 plate and just kind of see what the Jane's like. And then I have another Alice board. I've got a Tengu. And so we can compare kind of the top mount OG Alice to Tengu, which is a gasket mount. So that should be a good time for the keyboard nerds, as we all are. Yeah, 3305. Okay, so I used it for one board. Tengu behind me, which is like right above that soldering iron. I used 3305 for that, and it's perfect. It's the same length. That you can get it in multiple lengths, but I picked the one that was the same as 7305 because it's just, you know, I'm used to using 7305. It's easy enough. But the lip on the top is, you know, the already small lip of 7305. The 3305 is 40% smaller than that. So it is, well, 14 millimeters versus 10 millimeters. And so that makes a pretty big difference. In 7305 already fit in like pretty much any board that existed that you didn't have to clip stabilizer or clip switch legs on. But this will fit in even more. That was just a bad solder joint. Whoops, I'm getting sloppy. Yeah, I know. This is my first TKL solder on stream, so. All right, I overflowed it, or not overflow, but like I put a little bit too much solder, but it's within spec. Kind of. 1.3 millimeter pinholes. I don't know my pinhole sizes. Is that too big or too small? Too small. Okay, yeah. I wonder if that's the only board that I couldn't mil-max was a Cypher, which is a bit of a bummer because I put the wrong switches in it and now I need to desolder the whole thing and rebuild it. But yeah, that it just, no matter what I tried, like all the techniques that normally, you know, work really well for getting mil-max in the socket, or the socket in the switch hole, it just didn't work. Just, yeah, it did not fit at all, which, you know, kind of sucked. I had, although they did open, you know, he did release the plate files and the PCB files for that one. So I did try to, well, you helped me HKF with the plate files, so thank you for that. I got the FR4 plate for that. And Vayer, if you are still here, I really need to send that to you. It is packed right next to me. I just need to print that label and get the pricing out. And then I'll just ship that to you, and we're buddies, so don't worry about it. And then, yeah, the Cypher PCB is open source. I checked on, or I tried to make the PCB on JLC PCB, but they were out of stock on a lot of the components. And also, I don't know what I'm doing making PCBs. So once it's like, it goes beyond just like clicking a couple buttons, I get confused and I give up, and that's when I look on Mech Market. Not that you should give up looking at things. You should always learn new things, but there is also an opportunity cost, and PCBs, it's not the right time for me to learn that. There hopefully will be a time in the future, though. New thing is I'm trying to learn Blender, trying to finish this. A few of you know I've got a keycap set I'm working on called November Fog, which I posted to Reddit on the keycap designers, but I am getting ready for the interest check and all that stuff. There's a little bit of momentum behind it, so I'm excited. Just got like my Pantone plastic chips and all that good stuff. This is the alpha color. It doesn't really come through here, but it's a nice kind of subtle blue. All right, Raging. Thank you for joining. Yeah, it's getting late in the mountains. So yeah, have a good night. Thanks for joining. I gotta say, these spool things are the best. I highly recommend getting a solder spool. I'm really excited to try these hippos. Oh, whoops. Forgot to turn on my air purifier. I'm just sitting here in an unventilated room, chilling with smoke, hoping the solder sucker does its job. All right. Getting there. I think we're in the maybe last quarter. All right. Almost finished with row 3. Anyone get a moment win today? That's a good looking board. That's 60. I entered for the win keyless version, but did not win that, which was probably for the best, to be honest, after the Matrix. But yeah, Cloudline I would love. That is a good looking board too. Looking good. Almost there. All right. So it's one of those things, like, there's always the balance when you're on stream. You're like, all right, should I keep talking? Should I take my time and like make it chatting or whatever? Or it's like, nope, heads down. Let's get this soldering done. No one wants to watch like switches 50 through 84. People just want to see the board. Still important to get it right. Just make sure that you're not dropping flux on anything, bridging stuff. HKF, what do you think? Grab the 99.9% alcohol and, oh, 1.47, huh? Should I grab the 99.9% alcohol and clean this, or you think we're good? Or should I grab the 50% alcohol and clean this? Yep, you can. We got dogs incoming. Just thinking the fresh air would be nice. I'm soldering right now. You may notice some huskies behind me. I'll move out of the way. Hey, Aldo. Hey. Hey, Kenji. You can see Aldo's tail waving right behind. And then there's Kenji. It's still tricky you that someone is willing to completely disregard what someone else is telling them explicitly. Are you referring to you were explicitly told 1.5 millimeters and it's like, no, I'm good. How about 1.47 just to be different? Or 1.3? All right, we're almost there. We are almost there. Like 5 more switches to go. All right, I think it's it. I think we're done. We've got this guy built. I can turn off this large fan. Sorry if I was like yelling. It's because this thing was right in my ear. I can talk a bit more calmly now. Bring my inside voice in. All right, so we've got them all set up. I can do a quick test in VIA and just make sure that we are good. I hope we're good. It was fine yesterday. I hope I didn't short it right now. Scanning for devices. Here we can do it this way. Wait, oh, whoops. Hold up. Oh, I see what's happening. Yeah. Okay. So that's at the standard F13. Sorry, the key tester, I guess, does not adjust and all that. So, wait, no, this is. What? Okay, I don't know what's going on here. Why it's doing. Let me do this. Oh, it's F13 in special. It's probably in special, isn't it? There we go. Now let's do the key tester. Yeah, it's fixed. Perfect. Another F13 in here. I'll just assume it works. All good. Perfect. All right, so let me close this up, bring these down. All right, so I'm gonna take a very, very, very quick break just to wash my hands since, you know, lead, all that good stuff. I want to have more sips of beverages and all that, and I don't want like lead, all that crap on this brand new board and brand new keycaps. So I'll be right back in a second. Did that really just freeze on me? Weird. Okay, cool. For some reason, the mouse button was freezing on me and I couldn't click the... Now we're back. Okay, cool. Sorry about that. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go wash my hands for a second and then I guess I should pull a whiskey in or something like that because we're about to build a new board. And that's the rule. When a new board comes to life, you got to sip some good whiskey. I've got some good ones. I can get a good Japanese whiskey like Yamazaki 12, Hakushu 12. I've got some of the Nikkas, some of the nice ones. A few of them. Got some good Americans, Westward Distillery. Let me know. And I'll be right back. I'm going to go wash my hands. All right, we're back and we brought whiskey. So 2 options. I've got these, so think about them for later. All right, so let's do this. Let's get this frog going. Save those, because those are for when GMK Wild comes in. So we've got the feet. We will put these on after because, of course, we need to... oh, these are good looking with the little logo. I'll save that for later. But yeah, we need to take the case apart, of course, and we can't take the case apart if we can't access it. Oh, nice. Kebab, you did make it in time. Yeah, we got the Frog TKL tonight, which is super exciting. It's been great. We've got the switches all soldered. We're ready to go. I did the stabilizers before. this plate is just looking beautiful. And it was so, like, I know it's silly to say this, but it was so nice putting the switches in. And this isn't simping or anything like that. It just, like, it clicked perfectly. It was just perfect. Maybe it was like the hippos were just the right size for the plate hole, or, you know, the switch holes or something like that. But it was choice. All right, so I'll move this over. I need to swap the bit in the iFixit kit. Which, I mean, these things aren't cheap, but this was such a good investment. That's funny. There's on the camera, it kind of looks like there's like little marks here. It is not really possible for me to see that in person. So maybe, but yeah, I mean, you can't tell. You can't really see that in person. Oh yeah. Well, those are hippos, but yeah, they do have that nice lavender color. All right, yeah, so take this apart. Move this away from the chat box a little bit. There we go, it's a little better view. Perfect. Also, for all of those in the US watching in North America and equivalent time zones, thanks for hanging out with me late night. Appreciate it. Oh, right, there's a middle one. There's 6. I didn't see these middle ones at first. So, Kebab, we've got to get your new board or get your new PCB in that Alice. I think I'm finally like settled in the new job, so I can actually get back to building keyboards. Did I miss one again? No. I'm like lifting it up. I'm like, it's not coming out. It's not coming out. Oh yeah, it's just a TKL and it's effing heavy. All right, so let's take a look at this top case. What is that? A little speck? Oh, huh. It's like a little piece of plastic. Look at that. That's beautiful. It's a really shiny silver. Really done nicely. Just let that reflect for a little bit. Nice. Yeah, looking, I mean, the machining is so clean. Fireworks. As everyone knows, Geon very much knows what he's doing, and it shows. It's just super clean. Like, it's how to describe it. You know, it's a top mount case. This is exactly what you'd expect to see. Just done really nicely. Oh, and you've also got these like little tabs right here that help. Oh. Let me get these screws quickly. All right, okay, so this is good to know. We've got 2 size screws. So we've got these tall boys, and we've got these short boys. If only I had a little screw tray, and I do. I just made these screw trays in like Fusion 360. It took like 5 minutes, but then just printed them downstairs. But so useful. I love it. Oh yeah, the board. Yeah, the board is silver. It's a F13 wind keyless F13 wind keyless silver board. All right, so the way I saw this in other streams, like as I was doing my research. All right, let's just take a look without the top case on. Let's just take a look at that bottom case quickly. So what I understand is that I will remove these 4 in this row here first, and that separates the back weight, the weight with the frog, from the board, and then you just kind of lift the rest up. Now, I definitely don't need to do this to assemble it, but we're curious people, so let's check it out. Nice. Oh, does the F1 have a number of different size screws? Hey, Gerald. How you doing? Frog indeed. It is. This is the silver F13 wind keyless frog. The Wickle Tickle is, people call it horribly. No one calls it that. I'm joking. But I found out it makes Emily cringe every time I say it, so it's kind of fun. All right. Just like that. You lift it up. So here's the frog weight. Good thing I just cleaned my hands, so I'm not going to like patina this too badly. I'll try to like hold the edge so I'm not going to patina it. But you can see that right there. Just nice weight. And then yeah, it sits at kind of an angle in the case because this is angled up, and so this sits flat, so it appears relative to the other weight that it's angled down, but as you can see, it's perfectly flat. And it's pretty thin on the very back, but it's got this thick little these thick chunky boys right here, which really provide a lot of heft. And this is no slouch itself. I can take out, oh, the weights are coated. Perfect. Okay, so I can touch it like with no abandon. This is great. Awesome. I should have known that. So yeah, this is just gorgeous. Look at that. Fit, oh, come on, focus. There we go. I love that. Just elegant. All right, yeah, you know what? We're curious people. Let's take a look at this weight too. All right, so I'm having too much fun looking at this little frog logo. I love this little guy. I didn't think it would have such an impact on me, but it does. He's like a little buddy down there. Oh, and I am a little disappointed. I ordered a couple weeks ago, I ordered a shirt from AliExpress, a Man I Love Frog shirt. Sadly, it is still in transit. It did not make it in time. The frog beat the frog shirt. So, unfortunately, no Man I Love Frog shirt. Oh well, next time. Or I'll just like wear it by myself and type on this thing and be super excited. All on my lonesome. All right. There is the inner weight. As you can see, this one's also, it's a flat weight. So I assume that since they're both flat and they're a little bit smaller, it means that you can, or this isn't that small, this is pretty big. But it's not as thick, and so you can use a little bit of, or you can, it's a little bit cheaper to manufacture than like a big chunky weight that has to full both of these, because you have to remove stuff to actually make it, so you need a lot more to begin with, as I'm sure you all know. So this is a great design. Really, really smart the way it was approached, and it just looks cool. It's just kind of badass. I really like having these cuts in the middle. It's just it's a simple board. Like from the outside, it's like a simple aesthetic, but when you break it out, they have these choices, which just, yeah. I mean, well, you can tell a lot of thought, a lot of experience went into building this. All right, and we're back in. I love how you just rest it on top, ever so softly, and it fits right in there. Let me see if it catches here. Oops. Let me check something. What is that? Sorry, let me double check something. I want to make sure. I might not have had this perfectly flush. Perfect. Sorry about this. Just give me a second. There we go. There I think there we went. Am I going crazy? Oh, I have to flip the inner weight. Oh, did I have it on backward? No. Oh, right, yeah. No, that's right. Oh, I have the inner weight on backwards. Thank you. Oh, that's why. I thought these screws looked a little funny on top. Thank you. It really helps from the designers here. Thanks, Geon. Sorry to scuff this build right in front of you. That's okay. It's not a real scuff if you just have to unscrew. There it is. See? The importance of paying attention to details. The countersunk screw holes should have been a good indication that I had it on wrong. So that's a good one. If your second weight or outside weight is not screwing in, chances are you got it flipped the wrong side around because you're not using the countersunk screw holes. Yeah, that could be, you know, like I guess I wasn't paying as much attention because I'm checking chat and all that stuff. And so I just like forgot that I flipped it, the orientation, and now looking like seeing that I wasn't using the countersunk hole side. It's like I should have known that. But yeah, I mean, like that could be something good to include in the fact. Definitely. I did mess it up on stream. So, but yeah, I think, oh, there we go. It's perfect now. Whew, loving that. All right, so my understanding is we don't need any more screws. And so let's see, we've got the, there are screws in here, but those look like extra case screws potentially. It's ruined for now. You'll take it off my hands. Thank you. I really appreciate that. All right, so I'll put these in the same ones as the case screws. Oh shit, did I really do that? Oh, they're the same size, so that's cool. So what do we like? The softer or the thicker ones? Or softer or harder? Let's see. Oh yeah, let's use the harder ones first. Kimchi Jody Boy was saying that that's what he recommends, and he just built it last night. So that sounds good to me. So I understand basically that the way I understand it is I would put these in here, and then basically once it's in the plate, I just rest it right here on these little holes, and then it aligns, and then I just press down once the top case is on, and then that makes a frog. That's how baby frogs are made. Oh, this is easy. You just stick them in just like that. Here, let me get a close-up. Very simple. You stick it in the hole. And that's how baby frogs are made. I love this. This is just experimenting with new ways, especially considering this is, you know, a board for people who are getting into the hobby. It's like, is a great board for them. It's for people who have been in the hobby. Really, it's a board that has applicability to everyone. I love like little things like this. Like I've never had a Tadpole Mount board before. This is the first one, and it's really cool. I'm excited to try it out and like type on it. All right, we got a spare tadpole as well, looks like, or a couple of them spare. Did I miss one? Nope. Okay, so that's is this really it? Is it that easy? All right. Don't even have to apply any gaskets. Don't have to screw in any kind of top mount thing. All right, I'm gonna move the mic for this. For real? Huh, look at that. Look at that. Look at how easy that is. And let me put this down for a second and fix this mic. I just pressed down and now it's a top mount. That's beautiful. That's kind of fun. Like, I want to do it again. That's awesome. All right, so just flip this bad boy over. Let's get our screws in there. So we've got the tall screws in the back. And I accidentally mixed the screws from the pack with the screws from, or from the Tadpole pack with the screws from the case, but they are the exact same sizes, so I think we'll be okay. All right, yeah, let me move this over. So, oh, whoops, switches are right there. I shouldn't move it like that. All right, I've got the Geon metal caps here somewhere. I think they're in that case. I'm gonna have to find them. I've got like 5 of them around the house. They're somewhere. I can't not put one on here. But let's take a look at these. We've got, this one has the fun designed by Geonworks on here. So let's see, I think, oh yeah, are they different? Yes, they are different. Okay, so that's good to know. So there is a top and there is a bottom. So it looks like the top is the one without the logo or the branding. And then the bottom is the one with the branding. And you can tell that they're different because right in the middle, you can see there's like a little cylinder shape right here, and then it's not here. And that's how you can tell which one's which. That's nice. It just fits right in. Beautiful. All right. Ooh. Purdy. There it is, the frog. Oh, that's looking beautiful. It doesn't have keycaps on it yet, and it's looking beautiful. Look at that silver. These hippos, great choice, everyone, on the hippos. This is a good-looking build, and I love how it matches with that green. As I said before, you got to pick green because, I mean, it's a frog, so we're going to pick green for the stabilizers if the option's there. But yeah, again, for the TKL purists, I'm sorry. I got to use that function key right there. I love split right shift. So, but yeah, let's pick some keycaps. So I've got laser synthwave, that blue and, you know, the simple one, not normal laser. This one, this could look pretty good. I mean, white on black on silver, classic combo. I was saving this for Sunsetter, but this could be a good option. Go white on black, maybe. Okay, the other options, Mizu and copper. and Gok black on white. So take a moment. I'm going to go find the Geon cap. Sorry, it's in like a bin. I should have moved this. I got like lots of stuff I got to move. There they are. Okay, so we've got Mizu. We've got Copper. And we've got Synthwave. All right, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I see some votes for white on black. I see a lot of votes for white on black. I might have to go for white on black then, I guess. Let's do white on black. Cool. Here we are. Brand new set. I decided to impulse buy one on drop when it was available, and I'm very thankful I did because it's a great set. So we get to watch a brand new unboxing of GMK Black on White while we're here. Woo! I did the same thing. Nice. I mean, it was like 110 or something like that, and I had some drop credits, so I'm like $100 for keycap set. Don't mind if I do. Are we addicts? I don't know. I don't know. Is this a hobby where we spend surprise $1,000 on days because you get a raffle win? It is. Is that normal? I don't know. All right. Ooh, clean set. It's just so clean. So clean. So I think first of all, let's figure out what Geon cap to put on this escape. The perfect one came out. Awesome. I ordered these a while ago, so I'm excited that it's got a, this is going to be good, that it's got a home. Oh man, putting on an Evro. First time, except for Emily's wrecked. That deserves to be on F13. It does. We might move it. Let me bring out the other options first, though. Yeah, no foam included. Why are you asking? Wait, what are we? Oh, do I use any foam in the frog? No, I didn't use any. I have you know, this wasn't designed to have foam to the best of my knowledge. Some boards I use foam, some boards I don't. Like I've added foam, like the Con 1, I've got a little bit of sorbethane in the inside of it. Same with Chimera. I might take some of that out though and rebuild it. And then like Vega, I've got half foam. But like with Tengu, I don't have foam. No foam for this one. Oh wow, I actually get this key again? It's been so long. Hello, old friend. I can now flag my photos in Lightroom a lot easier. Oh yeah, definitely make sure you're clicking those channel point bonuses. I deactivated some of the channel points, or like the rewards for today. Oh my God, the flex on here, by the way. I'm like pressing these keys and I'm just watching it move. So I deactivated some of the channel rewards today. Like let's turn this into a Gundam stream because we're not going to do some Gunpla when we're building a frog. Or, you know, let's start a game where Peter makes a shitty rap beat. We're not going to do that right now, but those are all active. They're big prizes, like get a free membership to the American Conifer Society. That's random, but that's there. There's also prints, other things like that. Ooh, I should be able to see the channel point leaders. I should check that out. Nobody's close to Gundam Stream. Oh, so maybe I should make him cheaper. Oh, Masapola, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, and I missed a few actually. So Ohemgeo, thank you for the follow. Zitale, thank you for the follow. And GRLDT, thank you. And yeah, really appreciate you guys coming by. All right, white on black on silver. Good choice, guys. This is just classic and clean. Hey, that stabilizer works too. I didn't test the stabilizers, so I'm a little curious. This is real life here. Sorry, I'm forgetting my Teha type's nipple technique. I'm sloppy with the nipple technique. It's been too long. Got to pick up the pace on these builds. Get more of them. I can tell I'm going to like these hippos. I'm going to like this frog. I'm going to like this combo a lot. And I think this might become the new daily, this will become the new daily driver for the rest of the week for sure. But I think this is going to be a hard one to knock off the desk for the other boards. No, almost scoops. Almost scoops. That could have been so bad. We don't do scoops here. So yeah, how do you guys like your TKLs? I know win keyless is generally, oh, thank you. You're following, you're redeeming hydrate with alcohol. Thank you for being here. This is great. I needed this. Imagine owning a TKL. I had to imagine until, well, today. Wait, which key am I missing? Wait, did I really mix up J and K? I messed up J. Oh yeah, right. I'm not putting the scoops in and I'm wondering like why my keys are messed up. Come on. It's an amateur move. Wait, where the hell am I? Sorry, it's like all messed up. I'm miscounting my switches. I'm putting things in the wrong place. That's where that one goes. I get thrown off when I swap the scoops and bars. What do you think? White accent enter or black accent enter? I'm kind of leaning black accent enter or no accent enter. Hey, Rolly, how you doing? Good seeing you. Perfect. Nice. We already checked the space bar, so all the stabilizers are good to go. I'd hope so. It's the same method as I normally do. So, hey Bowser, I think that's how it's pronounced. Bowser. Thank you for the follow so much. I hope you're having a good evening or day or whatever time it is in whichever part of the world you're in. Hope all of you are. I'm having a good night because this frog is almost done. And this has been quite some excitement leading up to this. Okay. I think that's everything from this tray. Oh, except maybe a few more for the... Perfect. I think this is you, right? Perfect. No, wait, arrow keys. Worse than, oh, with overbranding? Or yeah, well, I figure I've got the Geon key. Got to put it on there. Got to put that cap there. I mean, it's clean, and look at how well that works with white on black. This is good. This is real good. Oh, this sounds so good. Is this what the kids call creamy rounded thock? What are the kids saying it is these days? All right, this is embarrassing. Let me look up how a TKL actually is. Okay, I got print up there. Then next is scroll lock, then pause, right? Yeah. Hey, A16, how you doing? Good seeing you here. Yeah, we got the frog almost built. Super excited. Let's see, I got insert, then home page up. Okay, we got delete and page down. Oh, hey, thanks for the congrats. Yeah, that was quite a surprise today, and I also got the numpad, so it's gonna cost a little bit. I did not budget for that, but I think it should be okay. Luckily, with the new job I did get a bit of a good raise. So let's just call that a present to myself for that. But yeah, let's not tell Emily how much it cost. All right. No, she knows. She's cool about that. And she also has a rect with botanical, so like, you know, she's in it. All right, so that is all except for the other artisan. So let me bring the artisan case and then let's pick one. Oh, I'm just like looking down at this board. It's just hanging out here. It's beautiful. Man, how did it take me so long to get a TKL? What was wrong with me? Shame, shame. It's okay, I've seen the light. Thank you, Gian, for helping me finally get a TKL. Let me move all this potato starch that falls off the new stuff. Okay. So we got some options for artisans. We've got a lot of like Jelly Key, Dwarf Factory, Pokemons and things we're not going to use. Then I was thinking like, let's go fancy. We've got the Bongo just came in last week. That was a raffle win. That's crazy. We've got Sirius Pyro, which was raffle win a while ago. Some big ones. Oh, wait a second. Black and White Sirius from Fulfillment. Or Bongo, or I've got another one. What do you think? Let me know in the chat which one to use, and I'll leave this up so you can see. Black and White Sirius, yeah. I think like stylistically, that's probably the one. That's probably the one. Hopefully it fits. Move this giant ass heavy super case. And there we go. Let me put this back and then we're going to do some glamour shots. And a typing test, of course. All right, so Black and White Sirius is on. We've got the Geon cap. It is on. We've got black on white, or white on black. It is on. Let's check this. Ooh, this has some heft. I'm gonna need to get the kitchen scale. Oh, look at that brand new GMK. No shine. All texture. So shiny, so shiny. Boom. The way it falls on the desk. That's awesome. Sound test, sound test. All right, let's do this. Get out of here, KVD 67. Well, thank you for the service, but we won't be needing. All right. Oh, I don't have a TKL wrist rest, I just realized. I type with a wrist rest. It's going to look real bad like this. I'm sorry. I'm going to type like that, though. All right. Let me turn down the music or press pause on it. Then open up Monkey. Oh, you're going to like this sound. You're going to like it. All right, let me just do a key tester again, just to really bother all of you. Oops. It works. All right, now let's go to our typing test. Why is that not showing right? Let me fix that. Alt. Wait, sorry, let me just configure this to make sure this is done. Yeah, that should be that. Is it control? Oh, whoops, sorry. How did that get messed up? Jeez, sorry about that. I thought it was Alt that you hold. What the hell? Control? Maybe this will work. Screw it. We'll just do browsing. Oh, no, you want to see the thing. I'm sorry. I haven't used, apparently I haven't used my Streamlabs, or I misclicked or something. Why am I not? Sorry, normally when you hold Alt and resize, it works, but for some reason it's not working for me right now. And Alt is working, so maybe I did. Oh, there we go. Now it's finally working. Really sorry about this, to delay right at the this, but let me just up there. Then down here. Sorry about that. Okay, and this is still messed up. Whatever, let's just go. All right, so let me move this down. So I'll just do a 30-second typing test. Let's go. Caps lock is on, crap. Sorry, that was real sloppy in the middle, and I kind of stopped at the end. And oh man, I'm gonna have to reset this after the stream. Sorry, it's off on the aspect ratio. Let me switch that over. This is sounding really good. Did that come through? Did that come through okay? Because this is, I mean, the kids are talking about round and thocky. This is round and thocky. This is real good. Any flex? Yeah, let me show this. So you got oh, I'm starting the thing. I mean, it's It's stiff, but there's definitely more flex than like I'm coming from the M65B that has a brass plate on it right now, and this is way softer on the touch. The switch is a Hippo. Excuse me. Oh, this is the ADA, so this is the less soft one. And the switch is a Hippo. It's got an unwiped stem stock. That's the thing about the Hippos. I think it's a nylon housing by Gateron, and it has I put a 2-stage long spring in by Flashquark. Oh no, wait. Maybe this is a regular sprit slow. You know what? Let me open it. Let me find out right now. Oh yeah, this is 2-stage long spring. Yep. So this is a 62 gram Flashquark 2-stage long. Let me do, I'll do one more typing test. I go a little slower than do mods. I really like this. I like this a ton. I'm with you, Kimchi Jody boy. This is wildly good. It's a softer tone. I think the Hippos don't have as much, like they're not as sharp as other switches. They're a lot more muted. Not like muted maybe is the wrong word. I don't want to say round because it's like a meme to talk about roundness and stuff like that. We're making fun of like TikTok keyboard stuff. But yeah, it's not clack. So it's yeah, let me pull up the key. Let me pull up the key tester and test it. Just so I can hit a bunch of things and not worry about like, I don't know, like setting off nukes or something. I like that. I'm really digging that. What do you guys think? Yeah, how would you describe that sound? I would describe this as squarely in the thock category, I think, as much as we've been joking about that word this week, at least on Discord. Oof, yeah, I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. Geon, killer job with this. It's just like, and the fact it's under $300 and it's this substantial, this much material, like that's a lot of brass in here. It's a lot of aluminum to machine this. It's done well. Let me unplug this a little bit and then let's just take another look at that. Just wow. Just wow. Let me put some music back on. Yeah, I'm loving this. This is awesome. Thank you so much for selecting me for this build, for the streamer boards and all that. A, I'm honored. B, this was super fun. And C, I genuinely love this board. This is awesome. What was I missing not using TKLs? I'm crazy. Well, that's changed. There's a TKL in the stable. And holy shit, did this make an impression. Wow. And yeah, wind keyless. It's beautiful in person. I see it. The symmetry. I get it, man. TKL virginity lost on stream. Facts. You guys all witnessed it live. This is it. So, wow, yeah, I'm gonna have to pour a drink. All right, so to celebrate the birth of a brand new frog, what do you think? I've got Coldfoot American Whiskey. This is an American single malt by Westland Distillery. They're based out of Seattle, so a couple miles from my house right here. They're just in Soto by the stadiums. And they did this in partnership with Filson, which is also located in Seattle. And they are, I think they started in 1897, it says here. They were outfitters for like the Klondike Gold Rush and all that. So a really cool old company that now has kind of had a resurgence. So since they're neighbors, they partnered on that. This is kind of a fun little one, but it's got a bit of bite. It's a younger one. And then we've got the Yamazaki 12, which is, of course, world famous and very, very nice and very smooth. And luckily, my local place keeps getting it and having it listed for MSRP in stock, so I keep buying it. All right. Any opinions, or I'm going Yamazaki? No. Coldfoot. Because frogs that get in the water, maybe they have cold feet too. But yeah, so if you haven't been to this stream before, at the end of a build, just kind of chill, hang out. We got the music on, pour a little drink, and talk about how great it was. Yeah, so I would say this is creamy. Like, we've been avoiding the creamy phrase, but it's smooth. And oh man, 3204 on the Hippos was the right match for this mount. Because like with 3204, it's not too sluggish. Like it's still pretty slick. Yamazaki is overrated. Yamazaki's overrated for how much it normally costs, but when I can get it for the same price, like is Hibiki plus $20, it's pretty good. But yeah. Oh yeah, this is Coldfoot, not Yamazaki that I had. So this one is puts a little bit more hair on your back. But yeah, so verdict. Wind keyless, beautiful. Completely beautiful in person. And I know, like Kebab, you've brought over boards and stuff like that you've brought over plenty of wind keyless boards and beautiful ones. And I knew it then, but you know, building one from scratch, this is the first TKL build. And just seeing it in person right on the desk and knowing the whole process of how it came to be put together here. It's a damn good board. Nice symmetrical likeness. And I love the white umbrella. Great choice, guys. Then, yeah, so the wind keyless is great. F13, the most perfect artisan spot. And I love the symmetry of just having two, even though we've got a sculpted one, resin cast, and the Geon one. They're both black and white. They both look great. Match the set. And yeah, this frog, I mean, if anyone is getting in the hobby and they're wondering what board to buy, this is going to be the absolute first board I recommend if they have the budget for it. Because I know, like, if people are just getting into it, you tell them to buy a $300 board, they think you're crazy. And then they're in it for a couple months and they're like, what was that $300 board? That sounds like a good price. But yeah, I mean, this is, it's an easy enough build for someone starting off. Like you saw, like I was soldering, but soldering's not that hard. There's a hot swap option with this one. So you can always do that. And really the Tadpole Mount, you know, when I knew that I was getting this board and I was going to stream, I was like a little nervous at first, wondering about the Tadpole Mount. This is like, oh, this is new. I haven't tried it. How's it going to turn out? It's so easy. It's so incredibly easy. This is really, it's a true innovation, I think. And it feels great. It's like a top mount, but with a little bit of softness to it. And it just kind of nails it. Damn. I mean, not trying to simp, not trying to like overgloat. Like, I paid for this. I didn't get it for free. These are real opinions. This is absolutely a good value for money, and I would pay this again and again and again and again and again for this board. Well, if I didn't have one. Like, I'm not going to have like stacks of frogs. Although a frog army would be cool, but you know, probably got to do stuff that's like not spend on keyboard someday. But yeah. Wow, spectacular. Amazing. Hey, De La Casse, thank you for the follow. And Lucia 7045. If I missed it before, thank you for the follow. But yeah, so we've got some good builds coming up. So we had a great build tonight. This is the one that I've been anticipating for a long time. So it's just super excited to get this built. And now I actually have to buy a 10 keyless wrist rest because I totally forgot about that. But Orcas is local, so they ship in like a day. It's awesome. But yeah, so upcoming, we've got some builds. Kebab, who's in the chat, he so kindly left a TGR Alice over it. Let me bring that over. He so kindly left this to build. So we've got a very proper TGR Alice, which right now this has a working PCB in here. It's a combination of GMK Cafe and CRP keycaps, which work really well together, right? He took his artisan home, so I just put Pinky Dino on there for now. And then, yeah, so we're going to rebuild this, take it apart, and then we've got some other builds. We're going to play with a brass plate. I think this is white. Is it FR4 or something? Yeah, we'll figure out what... We'll play with this plate, we'll play with the brass plate, and then we've got carbon fiber and FR4 that we'll compare with, and I'm mil-maxing the new PCB, so we'll be able to swap between them, and I've got a couple of other builds, like, you know, plate, PCB combos to build. So we'll be testing that, and I also have a Tengu, so we'll compare to the Tengu and do check out what a gasket Alice mount sounds like compared to a top mount with a bunch of different plates, so that should be fun. We could also check plates on the Tengu. I got a couple for those as well. So yeah, we got that. We've got Semo TKL, and yeah, and then Matrix won that today, so that's coming up in about 2 months or something for the Xmas McFlurry. And yeah, and then I'm rebuilding the Cypher, and we've got a Discipline, a Radiant Acrylic Discipline. So some good stuff coming up, and then boards that are in group buys that'll deliver later, like in the fall and closer to December. But that feels like an eternity from now. So, all right. Anything else you guys want before we close up shop and maybe raid some people? What do you think? HKF, what's the 2 that you're saying? 2, I don't, it's coming through a little funny in my chat. All right, back in Stream Manager. Let's see. Oh, A16, thank you. Thank you for joining. This was a lot of fun. I was like complaining in Kaneki's chat. Like I was so tired starting this. I got 4 hours of sleep last night, 5 hours of sleep the night before. It's been rough. I got no sleep last week during that freaking heat wave. So I'm dead, but man, this just energized me. You guys are awesome. This was so much fun. And Lightning, thank you for that raid. That was killer. Really appreciate it. And Geon, thanks for sharing this in the chat and all that, and pinging people, letting them know about the frog review. Just super pumped. This is a great night. This is a great build. You guys are awesome. This is a lot of fun. So thank you. This is made the day. All right, so we've got Tim Keyless. He's up. He's the only one that I know on my follower list. But if I go to the homepage, I guess oh no, Dr. Hoover stopped. So what do you think? Tim Keyless is building a Jelly Epic, and I think that should be where we go. So let's start this raid. Again, thank you so much for joining. This is a super fun build. I hope you guys had fun too. Really excited about this. If you want to see the upcoming builds, feel free to follow, all that good stuff. You know, I'm not the most frequent streamer, but we have a good time here. And then also with the Frog TKL, what I'm going to try to do is do a proper YouTube review for it as well. So I'm going to do a typing test and, like, you know, take the camera, maybe do over the shoulder, do kind of a nice scene with a good depth of field, arrange the desk, all that fancy stuff. And then I'll do a typing test, and I'll do a proper review as well, where I kind of go through details and do like some glamour shots of stuff. I bought a camera slider, so I want to use it, and this is the perfect thing to test it with. So with that, oh, hey, I'm Panda. You did miss it all. I'm sorry. It's like the very end. I've got the raid screen up. We're about to go to Tim Keyless. He's a great streamer. We're gonna have, that's a fun time there too. But yeah, let me do one. I'll show it off one more time. Here is what was built tonight. Ooh. Let it shine in that light. A little hefty. Oh, we didn't weigh it. I forgot to do that. If you guys want me to grab the scale, I can. It's about 5 pounds. You're extending my stream content. Yes. Can I tap the space bar one more time? Here, let me give you a proper one. Right? This is a good sounding board, and it feels great too. Like, yeah, I guess in our monthly group buyer stream, which we didn't do for this month because it was 108 degrees on like the day that we did it, and I had no way in hell I'm going on stream for that with no AC. But yeah, we normally rate things as 1 to 5 Kenjis. This is a 5 Kenji board. This is absolutely 5 Kenjis. Kenji is our husky puppy, and so if you've seen the emotes, we've got Aldo and Kenji. Let me see. Do I have them up easily available? Yeah, here's Aldo. Wait, I thought... Oh, did it not send? Oh, whatever. Anyway, there are emotes. They're on Discord. There's Kruger Labs Discord if you want to get them and use them across Discord. And if you have Nitro, all that good stuff. But with that said... Thank you for joining, everyone. I said thank you for joining like 400 times tonight, but now is really the time that we're going to go off. Oh, thank you. Okay, nice. We are sharing. So yeah, hey, I'm Panda. You've got Aldo doing the chef's kiss, and then you've got Kenji doing the big happy wave. Aldo is a very sweet, almost 11-year-old husky, and Kenji is a very sweet, completely batshit husky puppy who's just about to turn 1 year old this week. All right. So let's check out Tim Keyless. I hope everyone has a great evening, enjoys the rest of the week, great weekend, and a great all the future. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for joining again. Let's start this raid. All right, I think it started. I'm not seeing the button though. Oh, something went wrong? Come on. Let me refresh the page. Sorry about that. This is weird. It's not letting me raid. I'm trying to do... Oh, wait, that's a different one. Let me... Oh, I'm trying to type and it's not plugged in. Oh, I wonder if Streamlabs almost looks like it's frozen. I think I've got like Blender open, Illustrator, Photoshop, all of this stuff. So I think I'm really torturing the computer here. Let's try this one more time. Let's see if we get this raid. All right, something went wrong. I can't raid. I guess I'll close it up. I feel bad. I would love to pass on the raid to Tim Keyless. I'll try one more time. It's really not going. Maybe he doesn't allow raids or something like that. Either way, I'll close up. So I hope everyone has a good night. Thank you for joining. See you on the next stream. See you on Discord. Bye, everyone.